Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your humble host, joined by my beautiful co-hosts, Andrew Teedy and Quiet Michael Labune, and we're going to share some funny memes. But first, we have to do our trademarked component of Facebook for the Blind, which is depressing news.
That's right, we own it. It's ours.
That's right.
It's ours.
That's right. Time has no meaning, and the only way to figure out where we are and the exact coordinates of when this show took place in the time stream continuum has to be by what things happened in the country, or in other words, news. Yeah. So a lot of weird stuff today. I always try to do a big skim, and this one in the middle really caught me. The 28-year-old who earns $130,000 traveling the world as a foot archer. I'd like just to picture that for a moment. That's a guy that fires a bow and arrow with his feet.
Is it like a sex thing?
And how much is he making?
130. No, I think it's extra for this sex thing, Michael. I don't know.
Totally extra.
I don't know.
Down of his price for good, but whatever.
Yeah. As long as he uses his powers only for good. Is that what you said?
No way.
All right. So the other big news that you probably heard about is that Dominion versus Fox News was set to get underway today in Delaware. And right before it happened, there was some stunning news. I thought that trial was going to go great because I don't know if you saw this, but they were sanctioned before the trial started. Did you hear about this? They were sanctioned for withholding evidence. And you're like, oh, did they keep back some recordings or some tapes and stuff? No, like, honestly, like Murdoch himself lied under oath. They were like, so you're, an officer at Fox Corporation. He goes, no, not really. No, actually. And it's like, yeah, actually. Before the trial even started, the judge was like, yeah, no, and sanctioned them, which I thought was pretty good. But lo and behold, it turned out that they called it off. They did a settlement. They did a settlement for $787.5 million for telling those election lies and stirring up, practically a civil war.
This is really bad for us. Like, I didn't think it would go through because, like, why wouldn't they take the money?
Right.
If I worked, I would tell everyone to take the money.
Sure.
Like, I guess. But, like, God damn, it was, like, really going to be good for the Republic. For it to go on record.
Yeah.
If these motherfuckers are lying and they know they're lying.
Yeah.
I will say this though, if you follow Fox and like what they have right now, they're in contract negotiations right now with all these providers, like the carriers. And right now everybody has to subsidize. Fox News is like the most expensive channel for all these companies. It's fucking crazy. So everybody pays more, who pays for cable pays more for cable,
right,
for Fox News, whether they're not. And it seems very unlikely that after taking this kind of hit, that they're going to be able to get the kind of money that they need, because they're looking at like a 33% increase is what they've proposed. It looks like that's already being turned down. So they're in trouble, and that's great, but not enough, man. It
not enough.
So much better.
Not enough trouble. And they're such lying little bastards. I swear to God, look at this. We acknowledge the court's rulings finding certain claims about Dominion to be false. This settlement reflects Fox's commitment to the highest journalistic standards. Did you just hear yourself, dude?
Yeah.
No, bro.
Anyway, so, and you're saying, oh, that'd be great, but they already committed $3 billion to buy back shares in the first quarter after the revenues beat estimate. So they had cash laying around, and they estimate that the company has $4 billion cash on hand. So we need another multi-billion-dollar lawsuit to take it all. That's what I'm saying. Um,
Mhm.
that's where I'm at. So other terrible things that were happening in the world. Fighting raged in Sudan hours after the ceasefire was due to begin because people are terrible. War is bad. Meanwhile, there's a bit of a war in the Senate. The Senate Democrats are wrestling with Feinstein and a resignation chatter. Feinstein, if you didn't know, is not herself. Hasn't been herself in quite some time. She's got a real Tommy two times thing going there, with the get the papers. You know what I'm saying? She has been out sick since like January. She's missed 75% of her votes, and we pay her salary of like $250,000. And it's like, hey, take her off the committees, find somebody else to sit in there and do the votes. And in the meantime, retire. She already announced she was going to retire. Forgot she announced she was going to retire. Like literally did it on camera. Like, oh, I don't know. Check with my staff. It's like, no, you announced that you were going to retire. And she was like, oh, well, if that's what my staff says. And it was like, holy shit. So yeah, Diane, go away. And of course, in a very supportive mood, the Republicans today blocked efforts to get her swapped out of her committee hearings. So they like it. They like it just fine that she's not there to vote and get judges in there. So they're going to block it because this guy right here, Mitch McConnell, is America's colon blockage. Okay, that's it right there. He's just there to block stuff. Hey, we kept getting a steady drip of stories out of ProPublica and their reporting on Clarence Thomas. But my favorite nugget of all, Clarence Thomas's billionaire benefactor collects Hitler artifacts. Yeah, that's right. Harlan Crow. His collections include 2 of Hitler's paintings of European cityscapes, a signed copy of Mein Kampf, and lots of assorted Nazi schwag. Plus, he apparently has a garden full of dictator statues. It's like all the 20th century's worst despots. And I'm getting a real Home Alone party vibe here. Okay, this guy's dancing around in his backyard, with a bunch of dictators and despots, because rich people are lonely and sick, and we need to put them out of their misery. That's what I'm thinking. But again, what is it with these Hitler artifacts? Do you remember the last time this came up? When the former president kept a book of Adolf Hitler's speeches in his bedside cabinet. Remember this interview? Owned Mein Kampf. Then remember this guy, Glenn Beck, complete nincompoop. This is a book. This is him in Nazi uniform. And for his book, Arguing with Idiots. And you're probably saying to yourself, oh, maybe somebody photoshopped that. No. This is his book. This is his choice. This is what he wanted to do, was to dress up like a Nazi. And I'm just like, what is this flex? I mean, what degree of limp dickery do you need to that mind, like that Nazi napkins do it for you? Do like, whoo. Anyway, these guys are affecting a lot of minds out there in the country, and they are really into Nazi stuff, and that's freaking terrible. So speaking of chicken little scaredy-cat people who are self-terrorized by what these jackwagons say on television, today was fascinating. Kansas City homeowner charged for shooting a black teen who rang the wrong doorbell. Rang a doorbell, got shot. And you're like, oh, that's really sad. That's racial. Oh, no, white kids are getting it too. BBC's reporting here. Kaylin Gillis shot dead in New York State after a friend pulled into the wrong driveway. I read the account. He shot her in the car. From the porch, came out, saw somebody in the driveway, shot. Just to get in on it. The police are doing stuff too. Body cam video shows New Mexico police fatally shooting an armed homeowner after responding to the wrong address, because everybody has guns. Everybody's scared to death. Speaking of death and terrible places, the Florida legislature has rescinded unanimous jury requirements in death sentencing, now making it the easiest state in the country to kill somebody. To administer the death penalty. I don't know what euphemism we're using for this, but the state has a right to kill you if just 8 out of 12 jurors agree. This is, again, another weird flex by these people. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they're really into like pain and suffering and death, and it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Also, I don't know if you caught this today, but DeSantis proposed building a new prison over Disney World, like in response to Disney's LGBTQ advocacy. He's like, oh, well, maybe we'll seize the land and build a new Florida prison. Like, really, like these attempts at big dick energy from these little dick wankers. Just,
like Little Dick Wanker was my nickname in high school.
I think you showed me the t-shirt. Just a quick reminder, though, because you're like, oh, is it just the state and bullets that can kill you? No, we also have crumbling infrastructure. I don't know if you saw this little tidbit, but a portion of a parking garage collapsed in New York, and there's footage of all these cars just strewn all over the place, looking like Matchbox cars, scattered all over the place, because we have a country full of guns with a lot of scared people, and it's crumbling. So good news. We have a lot of diversity in ways to die. I always like to close out with a heartwarming animal story because that's how the people on the real news do it. Hey, look, a puppy story. This bride chose the slowest walk down the aisle as she chose her ring bearer pet, a tortoise. So, ladies, somebody out there was like, you know what's not slow enough at weddings? that bridal. I mean, because you could run through that whole bridal march like maybe 5-6 times. People love that song. That is just a great song over and over again.
I would fucking hate this wedding. I would
say
hate
what?
it. You have to up for this part.
I know, right? It's in the desert. It's in the desert.
I would hate everything about this, but can we admit that turtle is fucking adorable?
The turtle's adorable. And he was following like a train of strawberries, like, a little trail is how they got the tortoise to do this. But look at it. See how it's like sunset in the background? I bet you this wedding started at noon.
In like July when it's daylight for like 12 hours.
Something, man. Anywho.
Listen, hold on. Before we move, I do go to zoos a lot. That's just true of me. But still, the rice. Tortoises fucking at the zoo. The rice. I think they fuck a lot.
Okay. Good deal.
Learn something new every day.
It's true. Last but not least, Dave King posted this picture, and I wish I could show it to the video, but I don't know how to do that. I'm not smart enough yet. This is a 7-foot Dana octopus. And it can flash 2 photophore organs that it actually uses to help it stun its prey. And I got a screen grab of it exactly as it flashed because it was stunning.
It's a taser fish.
I don't know if it's electrical impulses or just bright light, but I think it just flashes them. And I mean, I remember when we were kids and played Ninja, we had a little portable flash with us, and that was our flash grenade.
Yes.
If we see anybody, we'll flash them. It's a great plan. And that has been the news for April 18th, 2023 from Facebook for the Blind. Now handing it over to my lovely co-host, Michael Labune, with some funny memes in his patented long round 1.
All right, here I go. So, I gotta tell you guys this though, because I was trying.
Round 1.
Here we go. It's already started. Okay.
Ooh, that's cool.
This is a new crab they discovered in the Caribbean.
That is awesome.
Oh, I am not in the right mindset to look at this right now. Holy cow.
That's really cool.
Whoa.
Yeah. I hate it.
Right.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, I love it.
My first memes comes to us from anarcho-spirituality. It's a lot of chaotic images, something from the periodic table, like a weird Zeus figure or Moses figure. And then there's just like a stoner looking white guy with dreads.
Dude, your sharing
And
is not working. Your sharing is
Your
fuck
sharing-
sword.
Okay, what was it doing?
Your sharing's weird in your audio.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a little square. Try it again.
You guys think the NSA is like hacking my shit?
Yes.
No. No.
Here, maybe
Hey!
I'm gonna do like this, so it's like I'm talking on the phone. Is my audio better?
Yes.
Can you see the meme?
Yes.
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 It says, "I ate acid and saw God, and all I got was this lousy superiority complex."
Yes.
Fucking guys suck, man. Zara Mizrahi at Zara Mizrahi, this is a friend of the show, Zara Mizrahi. She says, "When they go low, I go cry."
Aw.
Glow fuck yourself. Friend of the show, Glow fuck yourself. Got this 2-panel, very, 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 very widely used 2-panel format from The Walking Dead. And Carl is like staring down at the ground with his cowboy hat on. And Carl's dad, who I can't remember his name, he's like despairing. And the dad says to Carl, "Carl, I tried Wookiee meat." Carl just says, "Dad, stop." And then he puts his hands on his knees and he gets closer to his face and he says, "It was chewy, Carl." Dad, please.
Embrace the dad joke, Labune. Yes.
Oh, this one, I don't know why Trash Can Paul went after the United States Army this week, but boy, this was a low blow. It starts out as a familiar format with the lady like laying on her bed, propped up on her elbows, texting. And she texts, "Thanks for taking me out. It was nice meeting you." And then it's a picture of an Army captain standing outside next to his truck. And he texts back, "Will you marry me?" And just so you know, this like the reputation of soldiers is that they get married way too fast.
Huh.
Everything. I hate everything about this meme because it's absolutely true.
Yeah, that like hurt. I read it and I was like, "Oh fuck, man, you're talking about my friends now, Trash Can." Like,
Yeah, Trash Can went low. Like, I'm gonna have to talk with him.
yeah, it actually makes me think Trash Can Paul might be a vet because that's like that's a real in-group kind of thing to know about.
Yeah.
Either that or he grew up in a military town. This is a picture of a yield sign, just a regular traffic sign, a yield sign, and it says, "Thanks but no thanks. Share if yielding isn't really your thing." I'm about halfway through my first round here, and Narco Spirituality is back for round one. This is the format of like a bunch of people dancing, and then there's one guy in the corner, and he's thinking to himself, "They don't know I'm about to ruin the vibe by talking about colonialism." This is a picture of Elon Musk, and he's just smiling. But it says like impact font. Why his smile backwards?
No
And
shit.
when you look at it,
What?
it is
What?
weird.
Oh, wow.
His mouth is upside down.
Yeah, he's smiling, but his lips are technically making a frown.
Yeah,
That's hurting my brain.
that's wild.
Some
Yeah,
people
I
are
don't know
like
about
that.
Onion LMAO at onion_LMAO has this picture of a man with a lazy eye, and he's just shoving a fistful of lettuce into his mouth. And it's captioned, "T-Rex, holy fuck, that meteor is coming straight for us all." The Bronchiosaurus. Just fucking eating lettuce.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's accurate.
I have two more for this round. This is a picture of a guy with a full beard, and he's wearing a pair of like, I don't know, Dockers and a white button-up shirt and a necktie, and he's leaning against the bar. I don't know. He looks like middle class fancy. And it says, "For $250 an hour, I will pose as a couples therapist and convince your loved one they are wrong about everything."
I would pay every dime.
All right. And lastly, this was shared by a friend of the show, a friend of mine, Mason Meninga. And it's 2 panels, and this is from Parks and Rec. And the Lowe's employee is talking to Ron Swanson. The Lowe's employee says, "Let's go, Brandon. I bet you're so triggered, LOL." And Ron Swanson looks incredulous, and he has an anarchy black flag and a communist symbol on his chest, and he says, "I hate Biden more than you."
Right.
Can't trigger us with that anti-Biden shit. All right, that's it for round 1. Let's see what you got, TD.
All righty. It is time once again for TD's often imitated, never duplicated, world famous, patented short round 1. All right. First up from Tasteless Gentleman, friend of the show. It says, "I just finished doing my meal prep for the week. Clean eating. And it is 5 containers of chicken nuggets and all types of sauces meticulously stacked and portioned out per container. It's a thing of beauty. I could get down with this kind of meal prep.
Nice.
Next here we got a military humor page, and it's got a picture of some girl holding a protest sign that says, "Stop killing ducks to make duct tape."
Oh, God. That's funny.
That tickled my funny. Now we have Jason Jester, friend of the show. And it's a picture of a very badass, mean-looking crab, and it says, "If you hold a crab up to your ear, you can hear what it's like to be attacked by a crab." I wish I could do a Boston accent because that would be funnier with that. Next up, we got a friend of the show, OG from Facebook for the Blind, George H. Crookshank. And it's a picture of Patrick from SpongeBob in a lab coat looking very smug. And it says, "Isaac Newton, the one thing I truly love is a woman that is thick," with 2 C's. "Apprentice, but sir, we can't just put that on your manifesto." And it's, smug Patrick going, "The greater the mass, the greater the force of attraction." I support this message. Next up, I posted this a couple weeks ago. I just asked if it comes in a 3XL because I need a vest like this, and it's a dog wearing a vest that says, "Not friendly, do not touch." I need that vest in my size, boys. Okay, next up. Friend of the show, Jason Crowley, repost from 1970s memories by doyouremember.com. Says, "We didn't have play dates when I was a kid. Our parents kicked us out until the streetlights came on, and the weakest among us ended up on unsolved mysteries like Mother Nature intended." Yeah, like that was the goal, not end up on a milk carton. Lights come on, get home, or else you get the shankla. All right, next up. Friend of the show, Baking Well Baked, that Couchman Bakes. So please go follow him. I'd appreciate it. Says, "I hate when folks say about me, he's a nice dude once you get to know him. Just fucking say, oh, he's an asshole, but you'll get used to it. Hashtag Monday Thoughts." I wasn't even herbalized when I typed that. I did that at work.
That's a good one.
All right, next up. Me again, oddly enough. I posted this about 5-6 years ago. It says, "Creepy little perv," and it's an animal meme. It says, "The albino squirrel comes to our door and rubs his nipples and just stares at us." And sure enough, it's a big, chunky albino squirrel, just kind of dead eyeing, side eye style, just rubbing on his nips. I don't know what he's working through, but that ain't it.
I just want to say it's cuter when he does it, TD.
Well, I mean, I can't say the phrase "rubbing nipples" without rubbing my nipples, and that's why I'm holding my hands together right now so I don't do it. All right, moving on.
Hilarious.
Oh wait, hold on. That was actually the end of my round 1.
Hey!
Wow.
All right. Well, we are still in the wholesome round 1. So I'm going to start off here with this one. Look at this picture I saw that floated around this week. We have 2 lovely ladies. On the left is Julie Newmar, who you may know from the film title To Julie Newmar with Love, Tu Wang Fu. And she played Catwoman in Batman in the TV series. And she's zipping up the dress of Tina Louise, who played Ginger on Gilligan's Island. And they were getting ready to do a Broadway production of Little Abner. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. But, you know, I'm old and that's weird. So there's wholesomeness. Oh,
I'm middle-aged and that's fine.
Nice. Mike Ingram for everyone. If you're not following Mike Ingram for everyone, you are missing out. Post this conversation between Pavlov and me. Says Pavlov, the dogs salivate when I ring a bell. Me, weird. Why? Pavlov, well, they connect two unrelated events due to repeated conditioning. Me, stupid animals. Pavlov, well, the experiment took 69 days. Me, nice.
Nice.
God, that's so true.
We really are. This next one is from Moist Buddha, and if you're not following Moist Buddha, you are missing out. He posts this plot twist. Mike Primavera says, on my friend's 21st birthday, we were all going out drinking. Before he left, his grandfather told him if he really wanted to drink everyone under the table, he should drink 3 shots of olive oil to, quote, coat his stomach. So he did, and as soon as we got to the bar, he shit his pants.
I think Grandpa set him up.
You know, it's hard to tell. But
That ain't right.
HR Ryan comments, kids these days cannot hold their olive oil. All right, next up, friend of the show, Chris Embry. Chris, thank you so much for coming to all the holidays and bringing steaks. You are a man. You are a man of the people. Anyway, Chris posts this picture of I don't know, what are you, like a woodland fairy type of thing. She's got like, it's sort of like Japanese, one of those fox spirit cartoon kids with the foxy ears and a fur collar and whatnot. Oh, Selkie. It's labeled as Selkie. And she says, I'm going to combine my sins of sloth and gluttony into a new super sin, slutony.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
All I know is this, man. It's got me thinking.
Isn't a selkie a seal?
You know, I'm not Googling it, man. It's a joke.
In Norse mythology, yes.
Selkie is a seal. Like a were seal? Like a seal that turns like a mermaid whale seal?
Mermaid whale seal. Kind of go with that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's dumb.
Oh, it's a weird story, man. I'll tell you sometime.
This next picture is like one of those 18th century scientists. He's in his lab with his glass bottles all around. He's looking with his little bow tie and his waistcoat and his little goatee beard there. He's staring into a bottle and it says, if you're aren't part of the solution, then you are part of the precipitate. It's like, yeah, you want to be the solution or you want to be the crusty bits? Come on, think it through. We got about 5 more to go here. You know, this one reminded me of you, Titi. Crack.com reports this in their 18 trivia tidbits. Chewbacca was given bodyguards against hunters. While filming Return of the Jedi in Northern California's Redwood Forest, Peter Mayhew, in full Wookiee regalia, was constantly accompanied by crew members in brightly colored vests. The reason was it was feared local hunters might mistake him for Bigfoot and shoot him. And it sounds like bullshit urban legend, but Mayhew himself has confirmed it. I don't know why they put that on the end, because it doesn't sound like bullshit at all.
No, not at all.
Sounds.
I wouldn't shoot a Bigfoot.
But you know 10 people who would.
I know 10. Put another 0 behind that, homie.
Yeah, I know 100 people who would shoot a person, let alone something that was less or different.
Wait. Now, I will say this. I know more people who would shoot people than I know people who would shoot Sasquatch.
Ooh, boy, that's a thinker.
Why do you think I always wear such brightly colored clothing when I go outside in the woods?
We should do a call-in show on that. Would you rather shoot a Wookiee, shoot a Bigfoot, or shoot your neighbor?
Oh, God, you really don't want me to answer this question.
I know. I'm just thinking, man.
I'd shoot a Wookiee. I'll tell you this. I would not shoot a Sasquatch, but I would shoot a Wookiee if I was on the other side of a war. Absolutely. Those things they get the same like rules. You know, you gotta
sure.
If it's kill or be killed, I'll kill a fucking Sasquatch too. I suppose.
Right on. I concur.
I don't know.
Painfully agree.
I didn't know we were gonna get into the fuck, marry, kill of it here. I didn't want to compare them. I'm just saying, as a rule, I wouldn't choose Sasquatch.
Yeah. Well, I did want to bring this up because I just wanted to say that in the universe just next door, we have a show where we just talk about Bigfoot. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah. You know,
no, I'm down. You know, we don't have one of those in this universe yet.
I had to post a story about DeSantis, and it kind of threw up a little in the back of my mouth. And I was like, you know what? I really would much rather talk about Bigfoots. So, you know, I told you guys I'm in this issues group on Facebook, and that's where I'd like to debate stuff. So I posted this thing about the UFO deception. And I was like, man, we all got all these issues to talk about. Anybody want to talk about UFOs? Yep. 21 people saw it. Let it sit there for like weeks. Nothing. I was like, fine, back to boring issues. I just want to let you guys know, you know, the political stuff and all the, you know, aren't these people stupid and terrible? I would so much rather talk about werewolves and con artists and flying saucers. But no, the audience won't have it. This next one, third from last in my wholesome round here, from the best and worst of Twitter too, Tim Llewellyn passes along Joss, who says, for someone who loves to sleep, you'd think I'd go to sleep early. That is an interesting point there.
He's younger than 40. I'm just gonna say something about that.
Yeah.
All right, I got about two more. I want to remind you guys of this before I do. Well, yeah, two more. You guys remember this campaign back in the day? Meth. Not even once.
Yeah.
Please, meth. Not even once. That same kind of like, you know, again, small dick energy is making a comeback with the gay beer cans. And this one killed me. It's a picture of a woman and she's got like a rainbow going around her and like a beam of light. And she's got her arms all splayed. And it says, when you're straight and accidentally drink a Bud Light. Rainbow. And it reminded me, meth, not even once. Gay beer, not even once. I know, super dumb. And that wraps up my wholesome round. That's
keeping the whole in wholesome.
That's my whole.
Very whole, very wholesome.
It's very whole. All right, back to you, Mr. Michael, sir.
Is it my turn?
It is. I believe, yes.
How's my audio, fellas?
I mean,
not bad.
Not any worse than usual.
Not any worse than
Backhanded
usual.
compliment given, son of a bitch.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna read my first meme of the second round. This will be a short meme. Nope, it's gonna be a regular length meme. It's gonna be a short round. Trash Can Paul, friend of the show, Trash Can Paul. Two panels here. They're basically identical, but from two different angles. It's just a woman standing at the stove. She's got a skillet and a spatula. And in the first panel, she says, I'm making an omelet. And then she flips the omelet. And in the second panel, she says, I'm making scrambled eggs.
Been there.
Yup.
Holy fuck. I've done this so many times.
So many times. Yep.
RoboCop Facts at RoboCop Facts. Friend of the show, RoboCop Facts. If you're not following RoboCop Facts, fucking where are you getting your RoboCop Facts?
I don't. You know what? You're right. You know
what I mean?
Yeah.
So on April 15th, year of our Lord 2023, RoboCop Facts tweets out that on August 8th, 2004, a tour bus belonging to the Dave Matthews Band dumped an estimated 800 pounds of human waste from the bus's Blackwater tank through the Kinsey Street Bridge in Chicago onto the passenger sightseeing boat Chicago's Little Lady, sailing into the Chicago River below. This is a true thing that happened. True. I remember. People don't forget Dave Matthews. At least not RoboCop Facts.
Nope.
That's almost 20 years ago, bro, and we're still laughing.
It's still Dave Matthews, bro. There's way more laughing to be done.
Fucking Dave Matthews and his shit fucking town.
Oh, I fucking hate him.
Moving on. Oh, and the audacity to dump 800 pounds of shit in Chicago. He took his Virginia shit in the Chicago River and all over. Well, it's actually, I mean, it probably was a bunch of tourists, right?
But still, he was in Chicago. He's lucky someone didn't hit him with an RPG.
I mean, that's fair game. Stand your bridge laws.
Yes.
Listen, and Chicago would have been right.
Yeah.
Fear of going out, friend of the show, Fear of Going Out, retweets Frank Whitehouse. I'm not reading his @line, but he says, if you can't handle me at what you have mistakenly assumed is my worst, then prepare to be unpleasantly surprised in the immediate future. MIT gets burned. MIT, they tweeted out, ready for a world in which a $50 DNA test can predict your odds of earning a PhD or forecast which toddler gets into a selective preschool? Luther M. Seiler responds, you can do this already with a zip code.
No shit.
Woo! Yeah, that is a sick fucking burn. MIT doesn't get it though because they're all from those good zip codes. This is an internet classic. And if you haven't seen it yet, you should have. Shame on you. It's important.
Yeah,
it says this drunk girl uses a slice of pizza as a pillow. I'm sorry, this drunk girl using a slice of pizza as a pillow is still one of the greatest drunk photos of all time. And this is a picture of a woman laying on the curb, half on the street. And she is out cold. And she has used a slice of pizza as a pillow.
I think I admire her.
I know. I'm like, that's actually pretty genius, really. It's not like they sell pillows on the street, you know?
Listen,
but my drunk ass would have ate it. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't have had the pillow.
It's better, right? I mean, you know that the only thing that was on your face was cheese. Yeah, I mean, it's way better. Anyway, I got about 3 more memes this round. Steve Malden, friend of the show, Steve Malden. Fucking follow him. He put on Facebook, Mission Impossible. Is this a movie starring Tom Cruise or the story of y'all trying to become professional stand-up comedians on Comedy Central and Netflix? but the reason I screen grabbed it is because when I screen grabbed it, only one person had reacted to that, and it was Steve Malden, who laughed at his own joke.
Oh no.
He's the only one. Whew, so good. We love you, Steve. Whew, second to last for this round. The second round, yet to be titled second round. Is this the
second round is the irreverent round.
The irreverent round. Wait,
the irreverent round.
It's
wholesome, irreverent, penultimate.
Wholesome, round reverend.
Pinstripe
wholesome round reverend. Wholesome round reverend is my nickname. National Park Service tweets out, it's okay if you fall apart sometimes. S'mores fall apart and we still love them.
Amen.
That's
okay, true. National Park Service. Thanks for gassing me up this morning. And last meme for the round reverends. Oof.
Oof.
This comes to us from Gay Theist Memes at Gay Theist Memes.
Gay-theist.
You're not following Gay Theist Memes. Where are you getting your Gay Theist Memes?
Yeah.
Really?
Seriously.
Where are you gonna get them from?
Yeah. Nowhere.
What's the name of this?
Supply
what's the name of this fucking kid? This is a never-ending story. Does anybody know the names of either of the characters on the screen? Atreyu is the boy.
Nice.
And I don't remember the horse's name.
That I can't remember.
Dead horse.
Shut up.
Dead horse trapped in the. Did you hear like how genuine TD was just now?
Dude, I still did. Like,
shut up.
Dude, this fucked me up, man.
You know what, TD? Why don't you go ahead and read us this meme?
Oh, fuck you. I just want to know who had a bug tap in my therapy session. So, therapist, when do you think your attachment issue started? And it's that fucking scene where they're in the swamp of despair. Fucking the horse is going. Oh, I'll remember in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, that's right there, motherfuckers.
Do you think maybe the moderator for Gay Theist Memes is TD's therapist?
Ah!
Then I need to smack that motherfucker for patient.
So that meme, bitch.
Yeah, doctor-patient confidentiality, my ass, motherfucker.
Wow.
Am I a joke to you, Daryl?
Is that all this therapy session is? A fucking joke to you, motherfucker? This is my life.
Am I just meme material? Is that it?
Am I like a clown? All right. Is that how you think? Okay. All right. Yeah. Time for my just regular old irrelevant round two. From that insult and shit.
It's irreverent.
What'd I say?
Irrelevant.
Tomato.
Damn.
My irrelevant, irreverent.
That's just good.
I've never had so much difficulty labeling rounds, and I've been labeling rounds, short rounds, medium rounds, long rounds. Long round ones. Man,
I'm sorry, dude. I'll take
this is the round.
Friend of the show, Jason Crowley, repost from Veteran Playground, and it's a picture of a mosquito flying next to some guy's face, very close to his ear. And it says, mosquitoes fly close to the ear because they love it when people punch themselves in the face.
You can barely get that out.
I feel this.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Midwest summer, fuck you mosquitoes. Moving on. Now, a friend of the show, Baking Will Bake, making their second appearance. That's Baking Will Bake, the show where I make luck bake goods full of sugar and spice while I'm full of herb and feeling nice. It's a picture of this dude with very long, thick ass hair and sunglasses, and he kind of looks how I feel right now. And he's holding a cardboard sign that says, "Inflation is high, gas is high, I'm high." I support
Bacon Well Baked might pull a hat. It might pull a hat trick.
Nice.
There two.
Yeah.
One per round.
That's two. Friend of the show, Jason Jester, says, why not? And his dad, your Uncle Mark died, skull emoji. We're planning on cremating him. Fire emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji. Dad, that's not how we use emojis. I'm kind of with Jester on this one. Why not?
Funny.
Okay, maybe I'm just me. Hey, Labune, would you mind reading this one for me?
Oh man. Picture of a bull, and its nose is right up to the camera, and it looks like it's kind of grinning, and it just, I don't know, it looks like it's grinning right up at the camera, and it says, oh fuck, what do you call masturbating cow? Beef stroking off.
Yes, it was better than I hoped. Friend of the show,
right.
Samantha Sam Wiedemann, giving us that one. Thank you, Labune.
Beef stroking off.
Yeah, I appreciate you, buddy.
No,
you made the cow smile. You made the steer smile.
Friend of the show, Manny420, post a couple of rock formations, but there's this one like right in the middle, and the best way I can describe it is Ben Grimm's dick. And if you don't get that reference, you're not a comic book fan.
Oh, that's funny.
And
really
it says they tried to come up with a name, but it was a hard one.
Yeah. Like an erect penis.
Yeah. Rock hard. Harder than Chinese algebra. All right, moving on.
That would be hard.
That would be very hard. Friend of the show, The Onion, post a picture of a hibachi grill with some fire and a laptop in the fire. It says, conservatives boycott computers after noticing the keyboard can be used to type trans.
Terrible.
That made me smile. Friend of the show, Midwest versus everybody. At Midwestern Ope. It says Midwest Lawn Care Starter Pack, and it's a dude in jorts and New Balance sneakers, and then the next picture is the same New Balance sneakers and socks covered in grass. Then we have like the John Deere lawn tractor with way too many attachments, and it says, "Let's rock and roll." I am guilty of every one of these things.
Oh, it's almost cargo short season again.
Yeah.
Yay.
Cargo.
Okay, friend of the show, Jabberwocky Yoku McZiggy, repost from Sarah saying, it says, if Sudafed put rainbows on their boxes, maybe Kid Rock fans can get clean.
God damn.
Yeah, I'm coming for you, fucking Kid Rock fans. Fuck you. Friend of the show, Chris Embry, making a second appearance on the show. First one from me. It says, who hasn't been there? And it's a picture of a rabbit and a claymation rabbit wearing like shorts and shirt like a human person. And they have a vacuum and they're on the phone, but the vacuum tube is kind of looking like maybe it's going to the bunny's crotch. And it says, I'd rather not dwell on the details. I just tell the paramedics I become entangled in a domestic appliance. Okay, I thought that was funny. Friend of the show, finishing up my round two here with my last meme for round two here. It says, why does cooking from Bellyful, friend of the show Bellyful, it says, why does cooking seem to take 5 hours and eating like 5 seconds and washing the dishes 7 days and 7 nights? Fuck yes. Everything about this, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good number 2, TD.
Thank you. It's a healthy number 2. Hey, Sizemore, what do you got?
I got some memes. Tell you what.
All right.
Got some memes. And
Sizemore, are you gonna go number 2?
I'm gonna show off my memes. Yep. Coming at you.
You should go number 2. You should number 2.
I'm gonna come at you with all my memes. As soon as I find them again.
And here comes Sizemore's deuce.
All right, the irreverent round, kicking things off with a post from Tab, friend of the show, Tab. Thanks for all the cards and letters. She posted this picture of a medieval woman looking out a door, and it says, anti-stalking, verb, learning a person's routine in order to avoid them. Yes. That's a good word. That's a good word right there. Thank you, Tab. Moving on. This is what we call a ruined storybook cover, and it's a picture like a child's book, from grade school. It's got a ladybug in the corner, and he's leaning over an engine, and the title is Everything I Don't Like Is Woke, a book for basic dickheads. He's putting his finger on the engine block, and it says, this engine is woke.
Why did you just like the engine?
Because it's failing. The engine's broke.
This engine is woke.
Because he's a shitty mechanic.
You remember when that bank collapsed and some people were like, oh, it's because they didn't handle their money right. And other people were like, no, it's because they're too woke. Okay. Anyway, funny stuff. Oh wait, I gotta show. I got a thing here. Do you guys remember about a year or so back, man? There was this cocaine being smuggled inside pineapples, and it was just a tremendous amount coming from the pineapple nations where our cocaine also comes from. Well, anyway, right around that time, George posted this one. Says from Wunderground, 50% of the world's pineapples now contain cocaine. And the most relevant comment is, okay, now it belongs on pizza.
It's always belonged on pizza. Now it just gets it more interesting.
That's funny.
All right, this next one is friend of the show, Danny Lyle. Danny Lyle says, if I could give any advice to my 8-year-old self, stop talking about how much you like owls all the time. You're about to get worthless owl things for every holiday until you are 20. Start talking about how much you like cold, hard cash. Found that one in the Church of Sloths, and they say a fair point. Agreed, Church of Sloths. Agreed. Next up, this one just was so funny because after last week's amazing response to Bawa to Baba, and I tagged Andrew Titi with this. That was just I really liked it. What I thought was funny too is that one of the guys who was like commenting on how fun it was is saying Robin rules. And I'm pretty sure Chris thought this was the European star Robin, which is not Robin Adele. Anyways, the whole thing was so funny. But the best part was somebody commented, no classier soundtrack for a Waffle House fight.
True.
Okay, that might be legit.
Yeah, the doo-wop version and cover of Kid Rock was pretty good. About halfway through here, this was just a fun thing for me. One of my favorite characters of the 20th century is Max Headroom. And here's a picture of the actor Matt Frewer being put into his prosthesis. You see, this is Matt Frewer as a human being, and this is him all plasticed up and looking like, like a Disney plasticized Aryan creation. Do you know what I'm saying? He literally was actually designed to be an Aryan, like blue-eyed, blonde-haired, shiny plastic Nazi. That was what the guys were shooting for. And one of the things that cracked me up was that the pilot of the show won the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, or BAFTA, award for graphics in 1986. But the show doesn't have any graphics besides these spinning lines in the background.
Yeah. When they glitched him. That was actually one of the biggest things. They would glitch him, which was actually what was most genius about it, because it sold it, right?
Yeah.
You watch it and it tricks your brain into thinking you're seeing something synthetic.
They hid these costume designers that did all these appliances and stuff. They hid them in the credits and had them not take credit, so that they would fool people into thinking it was computer graphics. And it worked so well, they got an award for it. So in honor of just the biggest joke ever, I just think that's great. By the way, too, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend looking up the other things like On Max Headroom, the most understood joke on TV, fabulous documentary. And also you should look up the Max Headroom signal hijacking, because also just a bizarre cultural icon of the 20th century. And I mean, here's the other thing too, like he disappeared, he had a show, he had a bunch of shows, it was weird, it didn't make any sense, and then he came back as a spokesperson for New Coke, like the most failed product ever. And guys, that is perfect for this character.
The only movie I remember him from is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. It would take a documentary. You should click on the link. Going back here and posting from @disappointing affirmations on Instagram. And if you're not following disappointing affirmations on Instagram, where are you getting your disappointing affirmations? We have a picture of a forest path, and it says the only person that you can truly rely on is you. What a fucking nightmare.
100%.
Got 3 more left here. This is a picture, it looks like, from the Bible Stories, reposted by Father Nathan Monk, and it says, and the women preached the good news of the resurrection of Jesus to the disciples because Paul wasn't there to shush them. We see all the women joyous and all the men listening with their hands. Yeah, good stuff. 2 more left. Here is Gomez Adams with his cigar, just smiling. He says, of course I didn't mean to offend you. It was a huge bonus, though. Which I think, you should go to Facebook for the Blind, a weekly memecast. And if you're not following Fb4tB, a weekly memecast, you are missing out. And this and other memes are there, as well as amazing life hacks. Finally, for this round, coworker says, you smell like cigarettes and alcohol. Me, you smell like loneliness and kitty litter, Becky. Fuck off.
Yes.
From friend of the show, Denatra, I love your memes so much. And with that is wrapped up round 2, the irreverent round, hitting back over to Mr. Michael with the penultimate round.
Yeah, we're heading into the penultimate round here with Mount Bellyache at Mount Bellyache. Says, date idea. We sit and listen to my playlist in complete silence, and you stand up and applaud me when it's finished.
I like this guy. I like the way he thinks.
Oh, man. This is from Reddit's persecution fetish. And it says, my man needs a hug. This is why everyone hates white people. the picture of a man who's like checking out. I don't know where he's at, some kind of store, and it says, "Bro, just put him on his jacket," and it says, "Born male, raised male, proud fucking male. Deal with it." On the back of a sleeveless shirt that's tucked into his pants. And Liver Tyler replies, "What do you expect from someone whose pronouns are he/haw?"
And to solve the riddle, Mr. Hee Haw is at a Cracker Barrel.
Oh, of course.
Is that what that place is?
Yes, that is a Cracker Barrel.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God, it is a Cracker Barrel. You're right. The
I'm very
Jim
white.
Crow Chili's. This is a picture of like what kind of bird is this? Some kind of warbler? Anybody?
You got me, buddy.
Warbler,
Anyway,
maybe.
That looks like a
Chipmunk.
Hallmark product. That looks like a genetically engineered Hallmark product bird.
Yeah, you're right. It's like a cotton ball with a beak. It's like really, really cute. I don't know. Fucking, it's a bird, goddamn it. But it looks like it's pissed off. It's a really cute looking bird, but it's pissed off. And it says, when you a grumpy bitch, but still cute as fuck. Yeah, that's right. Ooh. Marginal Mennonite Society. They have a picture of a church sanctuary. Lots of people sitting in the pews. There is someone standing behind the pulpit. And right front and center, right behind the pulpit, where you would expect to see a cross or a crucifix, there is a picture of an AR-15.
Oh man.
And that
Ooh.
is Rue. What guys like tweets out when things seem especially rough. Just ask yourself, did I shit my pants today? And if the answer is no, you're doing all right.
I need to think that way more often.
Yeah. You're a self-shitter, you know? If you've made it through the day without shitting yourself, you're doing all right.
Yeah. It could be worse.
Galen, it has been worse. Galen Santos Alt, definitely worse for me. Sometime I'll tell you about the time I shit myself while I was running the 2-mile event for the PT test in the Army APFT. Galen Santos Alt says, isn't it? We see this is a picture of a grasshopper on a window, and it says, maybe I'm just high as fuck, but I see a lion wearing sunglasses on this cricket, and
That's awesome.
I'll be damned.
I see it.
That is a lion
I
face with sunglasses
may
on.
be in that condition, and it is so clear.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'd put that on the side of my conversion van.
Yes,
heck yeah, dude.
This grasshopper is really just flexing. This is like, it knows exactly what it's doing. It's like, ugh. This is the Mike situation of grasshopper.
What if that
Patricia
grasshopper
D.
was like Bob Marley?
Oh yeah, just fucking like it was a Rasta lion.
Yeah.
You know what? Much better joke, TD.
I'm in a mind state. That's all I'm going to say.
I should have done a whole reggae grasshopper thing.
Want to send a welcome out to Tyler in the house. Welcome.
OG Tyler?
OG Tyler.
This is
What's
a picture of
Hey, buddy.
Hey Tyler.
Hey.
This is a picture of a soldier from, I don't know, fucking, what era is this?
Trojan, maybe?
Trojan,
Sparta?
Spartan.
Anyway, there's a lady in the background. A bunch of ladies in the background, kind of, I don't know, look like they're in distress. This is clearly a depiction of war. This man is holding a shield. He's wearing a helmet, and he's throwing a spear, and he is otherwise completely naked, save his sandals. And it's captioned, when the battle starts, but it's also laundry day.
Yeah.
From the paleness of his cheeks, it looks like he normally has butt coverings, but not today.
He does. Not today. No. It's game day and laundry day. Trash Can Paul, friend of the show, Trash Can Paul. He's back again. Round 3. And he says, much to think about. And there's a picture of like a wolf person.
It's kind of like a Where the Wild Things Are. It looks like a Where the Wild Things Are. beastie leaning against the tree.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
But as a wolf guy.
And it says in impact font, it says 8 billion people, 14 billion butt cheeks. And then it's
obviously not. Trash can Paul is not a mathematician.
I was say I'm from Indiana, and that math ain't right.
See, but that's a conversation starter. He's a master of engagement.
He said it's much to think about.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, where the other 2 billion butt cheeks go?
We've
That's a
all
lot of
wondered
butt
that.
cheeks to lose. That's
This is my
like 1 or 2
last
butt cheeks. That's 2 billion butt cheeks.
You'd think people would notice. If we
Yeah.
lost 2 billion butt cheeks.
Yep.
It's so funny. All right, my last meme for the penultimate round comes to us from the Foodie Affair, and this is a picture of a sink, and there's a knife on the counter, and with only with the handle still on the counter, but the other part of the knife, the knifey part of the knife, is the blade of the knife. There it is hanging over the sink.
Right.
I found it. And so I want to be really clear. This is a knife on the counter with the blade hanging over the sink. And it says, the international symbol for maybe I'll make 2 sandwiches. I'm not sure yet.
Fucking yes.
And
God, I have done this.
I did this.
cannot fucking believe that this is so true of all of us. Like, we all have the same
I did that
fucking
Sunday.
dumb idea.
That is ridiculous.
All right, all I have left is my post with the most. Over to
that
you,
means it's
Petey.
my turn again. Yay.
Yeah.
All right, time for
Oh,
my
Andrew,
what?
first, before you go, you were right. That is a white-browed tit warbler.
Oh,
It's a
Did you
warbler.
say-
I was fucking
Did
right.
you say tit warbler?
A tit warbler. Yes, it's part of the tit family.
A tit warbler.
see, I thought it was part of like the titmouse or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Who would have
Holy
guessed
shit.
that
Fun
Andrew
fact of the
Titty
day.
Okay,
would
Andrew
have
Keating,
been
bird
right about-
expert, round 3 time. Let's go,
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
Hang on, wait a minute. Wasn't Tit Warbler your band name back in college, Labune?
No, it was just a very descriptive nickname.
I thought it was the name of his first album.
That's it. Gee.
This is the
warbled
second appearance
my
by this meme of the 50% of the world's pineapple now contains cocaine. All I'm gonna say is, like, I need to start eating way more pineapple. That's all I wanted to put as a tag on that joke.
Right.
And like I said, pineapple has always belonged on pizza. Now it's just more interesting.
Yeah. Now it's like
Good.
the cool
Good.
vegetable. Oh crap. There you go.
All right. Dan is weird at Dan Orangutan. It says some people say introvert or antisocial or likes to stay at home. I prefer the term house goblin.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
I like that.
I am house goblin.
I don't really know what goblins are, except just ugly things that live under bridges.
I think goblins are trolls or ogres on crack.
You could rather be
Not
a
my
house.
area of expertise.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be a house tweaker, getting everything tweaky clean.
Yeah, there you go. Next up here, we have the hyperspace at the hype with a lot of Y's. It says John Lennon, one of Michael's favorites. John Lennon, imagine all the people. Introvert. Oh God. Yeah.
That's funny.
Next up, I think I'm smelling a theme here. Next up, with my next one.
There we go.
Tiffany at Tiffany Tweets 80 says, my toxic trait is telling people I'm down for anything, when in reality, I mean, not after 8 p.m. Food should be involved. And it also depends on the weather, the parking situation, and how tired I am. Fuck yes, Tiffany.
Amen.
Everything about this, yes.
Yeah.
Lots of nods, lots of confirmation here. House of Geekiness, friend of the show. It's just a picture of Kermit the Frog maybe leaning up against like the base of a light post. And out in the distance, he's looking over the harbor there in New York and sees the Statue of Liberty. And it says, sometimes I feel like I have my life together. And then I'm like, wow, that was a really nice 45 seconds.
Yeah.
God damn, I feel that, Kermit. All right. Next up here, round 3, bringing this turkey home. And when Kaya post, I just saw someone refer to mansplaining as correctile dysfunction. So please excuse me while I laugh hysterically for 6 hours. I can respect that. That's pretty fine.
That's funny.
All right. Random and inappropriate shenanigans 2, the sequel. Post a picture. And on one side, I'm going to read the caption. Screw this. It says, when Bay says you looking like a snack. And on one side, we got a chunky gentleman in aviator sunglasses. And his belly's coming up out of the water. And his belly kind of has like a really deep belly button. So when you slide over to the next image and it's just 2 fresh donuts, that ain't right.
Tell you what, though.
His belly does look like a glazed donut.
Fuck yeah.
It's making me want
So
donuts.
not right.
Oh yeah, I need donuts. I need a donut run in my
You
life.
guys want to do donuts after this?
Casey still is open. All right, next up. Friend of the show and my cousin, Candace Ludington, repost from Brian Hutton Jr., WTAE, and says, how lazy are you? Me. And it's a picture of an alarm clock and a lamp on a nightstand, but then he realized, no, it's the box that the lamp stand is, or the nightstand is in. It says, I figure out you don't actually have to assemble these things. I salute you, person who did this. That's genius.
That is publicizing a life hack. Lives were saved. Lives.
Yeah. Michael Greco, friend of the show, friend of mine. Haven't hung out with him in a while, but I will. It says it's that time again, and it just says roses are red, April is gray, but in a few weeks, and it's a picture of Justin Timberlake smiling like the cat ate the canary because it's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May.
Thank you. I debated having you read that one, but I was like, after the beef stroganoff thing, I think I got him good enough this week.
Gotcha.
Simon Holland at Simon Holland. Simon Holland. It says people who shop at Trader Joe's act like they have a PhD in snacks.
Oh shit.
I've only been to a Trader Joe's once, and I totally agree with this. All right, next up. Drug possession laws. Friend of mine, friend of the show, should be a friend of yours. Says, for a minute, I thought I was about to watch the wildest cooking show of all time, and it's a picture of Gordon Ramsay sitting in the woods. It says, Gordon Ramsay on cocaine. But then in small letters, it says, Gordon Ramsay investigates the cocaine trade. No, I want to see Gordon Ramsay on cocaine.
I do not want to see him on cocaine.
George has.
No, I think that would change my life in a good way.
George has a whole chunk on this that is still the best bit I've ever heard on this topic.
Of course he does. Moving on.
Oh, click. There we go.
This is the end of my round 3 here, my last one. A friend of the show, Deborah M, says Disney teaches us to hate stepmothers. Pornhub takes a completely different approach. I'm just gonna say can confirm.
Wow. I'm gonna save that one.
You do you, boo-boo. All right. Yeah, okay. Sizemore, round 3. Have fun, buddy.
Oh, there we go. All right. Well, you know how much I absolutely love. Oh, wait, you're not going to share this thing, right? So I have to do it a different way. Lame Zoom, lame. I love a funny headline. So this one's from Business Insider, and Elizabeth Holmes, who's the one who faked out everybody with that Theranos, BS, says Elizabeth Holmes' purchase of a one-way flight to Mexico was a, quote, bold move, judge says. In a ruling that denied her request to remain free on bail.
My God. What a fucking idiot. What an idiot. She could have flown to Mission, Texas. She's by the round trip.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
She's like super smart in the brain, and we should all give her our money because she's got a machine that can do 1 million medical tests. Anyway,
she just fucked Mo.
Anyway, that headline just killed me. This is why I read the news. It's for the ha-has, right? You get that. Okay, moving on. Here's a split screen. We got two people sitting in the backyard. The man is wearing shorts and sandals, big smile, sunglasses. The woman is bundled up, gloves, hat, everything. And she's sitting on the side that has snow, and he's sitting on the side that has green grass. And it just says, meanwhile, in Chicago, because it was 70 and then it was snowing.
I say, meanwhile, in my backyard.
I looked at the map, and the entire state of Michigan had snow, including our friend of the show, Drew. He got snowed in. My friends in Galena got snowed in. Chicago, it was,
How much did you get, Labunin, up there in South Canada?
Yeah, it got up to 90 degrees, and then it snowed, and we got like 7 inches or something. It was a lot.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh,
that's amazing.
That's abomination. That should not be happening.
No kidding. Like 36 hours, it was all gone.
Yeah,
that's end time stuff right there, man.
Yeah, actually, up here they just call it spring. They nobody up here was even phased. They were like, actually, when it got warm, I was like, well, I guess we're finally done with the snow, and they were like, it ain't May. We're not done with the snow.
Yeah,
that shit is coming back, and they were fucking right, dude. Yeah.
My Galena friends were going, the first snow of the summer.
I can get behind. I can support that.
I liked it. All right, moving on. Friend of the show, Moist Buddha making a second appearance in the act. He has captioned this, nailed it. Says, party gets me, says, why are men always okay with doing nothing for their birthday? And BK replies, imagine celebrating the day when all my problems started.
Everything was going just fine.
I had a water bath. Plenty to eat. Moving on. Friend of the show, George Cruikshank, founding member, also posting for the second time in the show. Post this from Cheerful Nihilism, and it's just says, someone just emailed me a professional email that ended in, we could have snipped it in the butt earlier. All caps, snipped it in the butt. Then we have 3 bullet points here. Nipped it in the butt, correct. Nipped it in the butt, incorrect. Snipped it in the butt, incorrector.
to be fair, I was in my 20s before I learned it was bud and not butt.
I love the response. This linguistic problem is only going to continue getting worse until we fuck it in the ass now. This whole filthy conversation cartoon is happening in this meme. And friend of the show, Matthias, says, yeah, Taylor says shit like this all the time. Okay, guys, I don't know, 5 more. So this next one's from friend of the show, Marcus Clegg, and he's found this fake product, I believe. It's on one of these, it's blister packed on a peg, and it says, it's got a picture of some men in flannels out in the country, and they've got binoculars. They're looking at a flying saucer in the distance. This label reads, make instant contact with UFOs and aliens by chemically changing your carbon vibration. And it's psilocybin mushrooms in plastic. Guaranteed to make them land.
Yeah.
Marcus is like, seems legit. I mean, look at the packaging. Moving on, over on Instagram, found an ad from eBay. It says pre-gay Bud Light, $46.
Yeah.
Picture.
And rednecks are buying it.
This says listed 4 minutes ago in Knoxville, Tennessee, and there's a reply. It says, "Hi Jerry, is this still available?" Woo! Good stuff. All right, moving on. Mrs. Betty Bowers, America's best Christian. If you're not following Mrs. Betty Bowers, America's best Christian, you are missing out. She says, "I wonder how many people are crying and telling Donald Trump, 'I'm sorry,' at Letitia James' deposition this morning." You know, he's always like, these wonderful guys, these guys come up tears in his eyes and said to me, always, this is from Donald J. Trump. Red check mark says at real Donald Trump. What does that mean? Don't know, don't care. All caps says, "I had my deposition taken by an animal today. The court reporter lady, nice legs, was crying so bad she could barely keep typing the words Fifth Amendment. She said, 'Sir, I'm sorry.' Every time I said Fifth Amendment, she said, 'Sir, I'm sorry,' like at least 400 times. Nobody has been persecuted at taking the Fifth Amendment more than me, except maybe Jesus. No, not even him. Sad." You know what I love about that?
Fuck did I just hear?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you know what I like about that? None of us know. None of us know. That is how whack the world is. Is that real? Is that fake? Is that parody? Is that satire? Is it a quote? Who knows? Friend of the show, Chris, posts this interesting little narrative, the hammer theory. It's called, says, "I have a student in my class that keeps hitting other kids with a hammer over and over. I can't get anything done, and the other kids are hurt, and they hate it." And you said, "Have you tried taking the hammer away from that student?" No. It's not the hammer's fault. Everybody knows the kids have rights to have hammers. I want to buy a bunch of hammers and give them to all of the other students, and then no one will ever have problems with hammers again. More hammers will definitely fix everything for sure. Isn't that a silly story? I like the hammer story. Oh, that was really funny. It's just me? Okay, fine. It's just me. I don't care. Moving on. Friend of the show, George, making a third comeback here, and he's got those sock'em bloppers, those inflatable boxing gloves, and this kid looks amped with these massive basketball-sized boxing gloves on, big pink and purple things, and George has labeled it BDSM, but it's just me wrecking your shit with these bad boys.
All right, I'm in.
Right? Right? At first you were like, but then. All right, and last for round 3, the penultimate round, posting victims of psychedelic class warfare and MK Ultra shitposting memorial fund. And if you're not following victims of psychedelic class warfare and MK Ultra, it's these guys. You're missing out. They repost Jonathan Edward Durham, who says, "Mr. Rogers had it down cold. After you get home, first order of business is to change into something comfy, and then it's right into the neighborhood of make-believe for some old-fashioned disassociation from the terrors of reality."
Hell yeah.
And that, except for my post with the most, is my round 3. Michael, to you, sir.
Here we go. Here comes my post with the most. Now, I want you all to know that I am breaking my own rules here.
Oh.
I don't like it when Eric shares a post with the most or anything that's not a meme. But my post with the most, and it was far and away my post with the most. Over the last one I saw said that over 5,000 views, which is like not quite Andrew TD numbers, but it's up there. And this was on Insta, not TikTok. What I did was I clipped I just edited down a clip of Tucker Carlson, and I want to make sure that I got this so you guys can hear it. Oh, I don't think it's gonna work. Well, you have to read the captions. Anyway, he says he went to Vanderbilt.
Oh yeah, Vanderbilt. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Here we go.
Went to Vanderbilt Divinity School. Can you even imagine what happens at Vanderbilt Divinity School? Nothing good.
He's talking about Justin Jones, and he says he went to Vanderbilt Divinity School. Can you even imagine what happens at Vanderbilt Divinity School? Nothing good. And listen, I have never been more proud of my alma mater to have gone and graduated with double honors from Vanderbilt Divinity School, where nothing good happens, according to Tucker Carlson. That's like a fucking huge endorsement.
Yeah, I should. They should put that on like the sign when you get there and shit.
I saw that all over social media, and every time I just commented, "Stop making me like Vanderbilt."
Every time I saw it, I smiled and thought, Labune.
I'm having a good week. Yeah.
All right, we over to you, TD, for your post with the mostest.
My post with the most, not near as awesome as what Labune just shared. But my post with the most comes in front of the show, front of the universe. Jason Jester, couldn't do it without you, buddy. And he reposed from your BFF Alex. Says first date, her dad. I want her home before midnight. Me, but you already own her home. Dad turning the daughter. If you don't sleep with him, I will. Yes.
Oh wow.
That's my week, man.
That is a multi-dimensional dad joke.
Oh yeah, in so many levels.
Wow.
All right, bring it on home, Sizemore.
My post with the most is from Daniel Kibblesmith at Kibblesmith, who says, "How am I supposed to concentrate when I do not wish to, and there are no immediate rewards?"
Tough.
Very popular. I felt very seen.
Yes. I feel it.
Right. And that was my post with the most. Wrapping up an excellent, I think, episode of Facebook for the Blind for April 18th, 2023. We love you so much. Mwah!
Love you, George.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.